welcome to my YouTube channel, all about knitting. Don't think there's any other crafts to chat about. No, it's just knitting. This channel is called Tales from Cuckoo Land, which is because my paternal grandmother and I used to call each other, in the latter years of her life, we used to call each other Cuckoo. So when I started writing a blog many years ago, 18 years ago, I called it Tales from Cuckoo Land. And then when I started doing YouTube about, oh my goodness, it's 10 years. Because I started doing it not long after my 40th birthday. And I have just had my 50th birthday. 10 years. I've never stuck to anything so long in my entire life. Apart from school, of course. I'm talking, you know, occupation-wise. Yes, so then when I started a YouTube channel, it just became Tales from Cuckoo Land as well. And I often think of changing it, but then I think, what would I change it to? In fact, I've had this conversation with another friend of mine who vlogs, and she mentioned it on the last podcast of hers that I watched, which I don't think is her last podcast. It's Ali, Little Drops of Wonderful. If you don't watch her, then why are you watching me when she's online? Get over there. Yeah, so I don't know what I would change the name to. Obviously, I wouldn't change it to my name because I have a vlogging channel called Gaynajane, which is my name. So yeah, it's just going to stay Tales from Cuckoo Land. It just is. Again, I should apologise for the kind of perfect look. I mean, if I get up close, you'll see I'm not perfect. In fact, can you see these little dots all around here? I had electrolysis on, because I can't see as well as I used to. So there's a lady down the road, she does electrolysis. So I've had to zap the sticks that come out between my nose. So hopefully they've hidden. But yeah, close up, I just look normal. But from a distance, because it's such a beautiful day today, I look a little bit too sort of whitewashed. Not whitewashed, what is it? Filtered? What is it when they do that in photo? I look photoshopped. That's what I look. Anyway, let's shut up about that. I'm going to go straight into talking about my knitting. I'm going to show you what I'm knitting. That's my chair squeaking. This little leather bag, I made this little leather bag with my friend Franca several years ago now. We went on a leather making workshop together. Gosh, it must be 8 or 9 years ago. And for my birthday, she bought me this little pendant from Diana Porter and it's got loved written on it. So she's got 3 of these with various words, and then 2 of our mutual friends also have them. So I was, out of our little gang, I was the only one who didn't have one. And she bought me one, which is very sweet. Right, yeah, so that was the bag. I don't think the lady does the course anymore, actually, so there's no point me linking her. I'm just going to pluck things out of this bag while sorting it out for a weekend away that I'm having. This weekend, it is Flock, which is the Southwest Knitting Expo. It's a yarn show and it's amazing. It's I haven't been to very many yarn shows, but this one is my favourite. There's just everything about it, the atmosphere, the types of vendors that are there. A lot of them are local Bristol people, you see. I think I just feel like it's the air that I breathe. Yes, because because I've started this several times. I live in the southwest of England, just south of Bristol in Somerset. So that's why the Flock one. It's nice for me as well because it's just so local. And this year I am staying in a cottage, which seems a bit daft since I literally live not very far away, with some gorgeous friends of mine who, each and every one of them, I have met through the knitting community online, either Instagram or YouTube. And each of them, except for one, has an online has a YouTube channel, but they all have an online presence. So meeting them isn't scary, or wasn't scary, because I knew them. It can sometimes be a little bit hello Bunny. Bunny's my dog. It can sometimes be a little bit how can I phrase it without sounding mean? People who watch YouTube channels, they know us. They get to really know us. They know loads of things that we forget we've even said. So we are their friend. But we don't know them in the same way, even though they might send us a comment on every single video. But it's a comment that lies within hundreds, so they can all get muddled in your head. So sometimes it's not as easy to remember grandchildren's names and things like that. Sometimes it's through a direct message, so you'll have a conversation and it'll still be a continuing conversation. But because they don't have an online presence, I don't feel that I know them. So I'm always really reluctant when they say we should get together for a coffee. I'm always really reluctant, and I always feel really bad if I say no. But the reason is I don't know them. And as much as they think that we might get on, we might not, you know? I've met people in the past who I've like got to know through work, through emails and things, through work, and then we've gone on a conference and met and just haven't vibed together. Why was I telling you that? Oh, I was telling you that because the girls that we're all going away on holiday together, we've spent loads of time together now over the years, little day trips out. This will be the third time that four of us have stayed together in a cottage for a Yarny retreat thing. So we're really well versed. We know one another. We know each other's routines and things. Like, I know the yogurt that Emma likes to have for breakfast. It's that sort of thing, you know. So the girls are the Wiggets, and if you watch, and I reckon you do, all of my friends who I'm staying with this weekend, you all have heard them all wittering on about the Wiggets. And that is because when we one of the first times that we all got together for a day out, we had a WhatsApp group to organise like our day out. And then when we went to the Vine, which is a National Trust house in the sort of, it's south, where is it? Is it sort of southeast? Kind of south central, southeast. And the family that historically owned and built the National Trust property, the Vine, were called, their surname was Wigget, so we called ourselves the Wiggets. And off the back of that, our friend Nancy, she's coming all the way over from Canada, she designed, oh, okay, I'm not going to show you what I'm taking right now because I've jumped ahead into this basket. She designed a sock called the Wigget socks, and we've all knitted these Wigget socks, and we're all going to wear them and do a little photo shoot with our feet. So this is why I wanted to get this podcast recorded today, even though I'm hurrying because Wilfred has just sat his maths GCSE, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a call from him any minute saying, can you pick me up? I'm feeling really weak, because stress increases his symptoms. He has been diagnosed with Myasthenia Gravis. I did a video all about that on my other channel, which I will also link below if you're interested. It's a neuromuscular autoimmune disease. He was diagnosed in just before Christmas, but he had been experiencing symptoms for a few months prior to that. He's been hospitalized and had treatment and is stable, but things do exasperate his symptoms, and the symptoms predominantly are physical weakness and inability to control your muscles. So that's why I'm rushing and gabbling. But those of you who have been here before, there's my cat. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, strutting along. Oh, just tried to catch something. She's just done a loop in the air. Oh, she's stinking cute, honestly. Let me turn you around, see if you can see her. Can you see her? Zoom in. There she is. Can you see her? She's just there. Oh, dear little thing. Absolutely hopelessly and utterly in love and obsessed with my kittens. They're not even kittens anymore because they were born end of May, so they're grown-ups now. Back to the socks, the Wigget socks. So this is the Wigget pattern. I should get a sock blocker out, but I'm up against time. So it's got these 2 columns which represent the columns down the front of the house at the vine, and then on the back there should be some fancy details, but I didn't initially. I thought, oh, I won't do that, but then all the other girls did it and it looked so good. I thought I will do that. It's like a brick, tessellated brick sort of pattern on the back. Really, gosh, really nice. A whole sock like that would be pretty gorgeous. And I intended to do it, but I just didn't have the concentration span. I couldn't do it. And it's not that it was hard, it's because there is so much, I was going to say turmoil in my head then. Ridiculous. There's no turmoil in my head. I'm just carrying a lot in my head at the moment, and taking it out of my head and putting it on lists doesn't work. I need a pensive. I need to be able to literally park it, but I can't. So I just ripped it back and did a flat back, which is fine because you get to see this stunning yarn, which was dyed as a gift for fellow Wiggets by a fellow Wigget called Emma from Eldenwood Craft. Here she is. She will be vending at Flock tomorrow, on Saturday, sorry. So Saturday what day is it today? Oh my gosh, I'm going to put it on the screen what Saturday is, because if you're watching it after then, you can't come to Flock. But I hope that if you're local and able to, you will come to Flock. Get your tickets. It opens at 10 o'clock, 10 till 4, I think. And there's lots of workshops going on. It's on Saturday and it's on Sunday, and I will put the links below so that you can come along. If any of you watch this and you do come along, do say hello if you see me and you want to see me. Even if I'm with friends, even if I'm solo, just be prepared that I make a much better second impression. Also, if I have met you before, I might look a bit dazed when I see you again, because it takes me a really long time to drag back information. I'm not quick like I used to be. So I'll be saying, oh yeah, no, I'm so sorry, I don't remember you. And then you'll walk away and I'll go, oh, damn it. She's the lady who told me to knit the Pelica and all this kind of thing. So yeah, I apologise in advance. I make a much better second impression. Or maybe not, especially not if I've met you once and then can't recall you instantly because I'm hopeless. Yeah, so the yarn is called Wiggets, and I think this may well be, there's a hair on it, for sale on Emma's. Actually, no, is she selling yarn? She might just be selling her bags, because predominantly her business is project bags. And oh my goodness, if I was a project bag person, I would certainly have a lot of Emma's project bags. And Paula's, stitched by Mrs. D. I'd have a load of her project bags as well. In fact, there's loads of people whose project bags I would have, but I'm just not a project bag girl. I'm more of an open top basket thing. I'm holding these like saggy boobs with little brown nipples. So when Emma did this yarn for all of us Wiggets, she gave us contrasting minis, and they were different for all of us. So I had brown because she knows that I love a bit of beige, and it goes so well with this. And actually all of the colours in here are the colours that represent us. So Sarah Yarn Mugs, I think her contrast colour was that blue. Becky Back to Blighty, I haven't told you who all the Wiggets are, have I? Becky Back to Blighty is this sort of colour. Ali, Little Drops of Wonderful, was the yellowy colour. I think that Sarah One Daisy on Instagram was the greeny colour. Emma, I believe, is the background colour, Emma Eldenwood Craft. Nancy, I have a feeling that Nancy and I were both a brown. I can't recall, but anyway, us girls are represented in there. So we have, here's a roll call. Gaynah, Tales from Cuckoo Land. Sarah One Daisy on Instagram. Emma Eldenwood Craft, podcaster on YouTube. Becky Back to Blighty, podcaster and vlogger on YouTube. Ali, Little Drops of Wonderful, podcaster and vlogger on YouTube. Nancy, Knit Sip Happy, podcaster on YouTube from Canada. Don't think she vlogs. And then finally, Sarah, I just call her Mugs, which is why I just stalled them, because I was just going to go Sarah Mugs. Sarah, who is Yarn Mugs on YouTube, and she vlogs and does podcast as well. And she does sew-alongs and all sorts of things. So that's the 7 of us, and we're all staying together, and it's going to be lovely, and we're going to take it in turns, causing mischief on Emma's stand, whether she likes that or not. Some of us, she has kind of officially asked, I believe, or accepted genuine offers of help. Others of us, she's been a bit vague with. I think she'd be very happy for me to just sort of float about, but not take any sales, not process any sales. Which is ridiculous, because sales is my thing. That was my whole career, sales and retail. I don't blame her. Right, so since I'm in this basket, I'll stay in this basket of things I just wanted to show you. Oh look, here's the here are my leftovers from my Wiggets socks. Bloomin' lovely. Bloomin' lovely. Then in here I have got, finally finished these socks. This yarn, I dyed this at Lay Family Yarn, and it was on a retreat. It was the retreat I went to with Paula, and Paula named the yarn 2 names. One of them was Midnight on the Muck Heap, and the other one was Marjorie. Was it Marjorie of the Muck Heap? Or the Garbage Heap? Don't know, from Fraggle Rock. Yeah. So I think of them as Midnight on the Muck Heap. They're lovely, aren't they? I really like them. They remind me of a tabby cat or tortoiseshell cat. I'm not very good with knowing what cats are called. And then I did my usual beanie toe as a heel. You can get this either a beanie toe from Jules So Sweet Violet, her sock patterns, some of them have got it, or from Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears. She has the umbrella toe. She also has the umbrella heel, so some of her sock patterns have, they guide you on how to do this. So, oh, sneezy. So well worth a look. Pop them on my little pile. Oh, I've got to take those with me so they can go over there. I'm doing a bit of a yarn destash as well, because my tastes have changed, and I've got some beautiful yarn, but it won't suit the things that I now want to knit. So I have decided to pass it on to my friends so that they can enjoy it if they want it. Otherwise, I'll just keep it, because most of it I know I can rebuy. It's not a problem. And I'm just in that season now of really trying to live in the moment and do things for right now. None of this oh, I'll buy that and I'll get around to it and I'll use that one day and I'll think of something for it. I want to buy what I want to knit right now and use it right now and knit it till it's finished. That's what I want to do. So I'm trying to have a tidy up. I'm getting myself into much more of a mess in the process. But when you're in a mess, you make a mess. And when you make a mess, you're in a mess. And eventually you get there bit by bit. You just got to keep going. So, yes, I've just put my socks with my yarns that I'm taking away with me at the weekend. Now, next up from this little basket was a little while ago, my birthday twin, Jo, in those dogs, she had knitted some bits and bobs. She said, Gaynor, I've knitted some things and I want you to have them. I've got you I'm sending you a present. So I haven't worn these yet because I wanted to show you guys and I wanted to show you them exactly how they came. And is that how they came? I think so. What a gift, honestly. If you're a knitter, to receive something knitted, it really is pretty special. I've received a few things over the years from knitters and it is just like, wow, they've knitted for me. Amazing. I've got a friend who's, she's a chef, caterer. She's catered for Houses of Parliament. She has done some big gigs and everybody is frightened, including me, to cook for her. However, I have had her over several times for lunch or brunch or for an evening supper, and she's always so gracious about it and always so thankful. She's always like, gosh, it's just so lovely to be cooked for. Well, it is so lovely to be knitted for. So Jo Harris, my birthday twin, look at these socks. Look at the packaging, but look at the socks. Well, there's a thumbnail. Does that look rude? Don't go there. It says there is no such thing as too many hand knit socks. Oh, I agree. And it's even got on the back, it's, look at me, it's because I'm in my 5th decade now. Or is it my 6th decade? Because your first one goes up to 10, doesn't it? I'm in my 6th decade. Golly. Yeah, it's got washing instructions on the back. Now these socks are her own pattern, her own recipe, and the yarn is the Camel's Yarn Studio Door. So her own recipe, and she's basically knitted my perfect sock. I know it looks funny like that. I know it does, but that's because this is the other thing. The entire thing is a 2x2 rib. That is absolutely a commitment. That's a dedication, isn't it? But it does mean that you've got flexibility in the length of the foot because they sort of shrink to your length, to your foot. They kind of like stretch to your, they stretch to fit. But look, isn't it funny what the camera shows up? You cannot see those gentle stripes at all in real life. Oh, look, is that the same colour as my eyes? Look at that. So lovely. So I think this is a Fish Lips Kiss heel because we chatted about that. I think she said, let me know how it fits. Jo, did you say that, or have I just made that up? I had such a weird dream last night. I dreamt that I took Franco, who gave me this necklace, and I did that bag with. I dreamt that I took her dog out in her car, which is a red beetle, and I dreamt that for whatever reason I left the dog in the car, and when I went to her, and I left her overnight, and when I went to see her in the morning, somehow she'd managed to line the entire car with handmade quilts, but she'd also thrown up a tin of kidney beans in the passenger footwell at the back. It's the weirdest dream. It was so real as well. What was I saying? Making things up. I was talking about making things up and dreaming them. Yeah, so I don't actually know whether that is a Fish Lips Kiss heel, but it looks like one to me. It definitely looks like one. It could be a similar heel, would be the butterfly heel by Kay Jones, which I think is a type of short row, or this is a short row heel. I don't know. But yeah, maybe Jo will leave a comment below if she watches this, and I will pin it. Oh, that toe is stunning. What toe's that? Look at the decreases, unless she knits them toe up, in which case they're the increases. Jo, can you let me know? Can I have your recipe? I won't share it, I won't sell it, I promise. Yeah, it's not the same as that. Each gorgeous. But that is more, it wouldn't upset yarn. It's more sort of plain. Not that this would upset yarn, but this is a beautiful detail in a plain yarn. I love this yarn. Oh, my hand is warming up. Is that a thumbnail? Yeah, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Thank you so much. But that wasn't all. She knitted this as well, which literally blows my tiny mind. How can somebody knit that? It's so clever. It's so clever. And it's lined, look, it's double-sided. Absolutely gorgeous. What does it say about this? What does she say? The headband is garlock, pattern bought at the museum there. Okay, so is that, hang on, I might not be reading that right. Is that garlock? G-A-R, garolock. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. Pattern bought at the museum there, knitted in Border Mill, North Coast tweed in Dornoch Firth and Inverewe. Oh, she said there are a couple of woolly hugs for my extremities when I'm gardening. Oh, she's so lush. Yeah, so because I've got short hair now, this is actually really useful when I'm gardening. Look, I haven't worn it yet because I wanted to show you it, but I would not wear this like this when I'm gardening. You know how I'm going to wear it, don't you? I'm going to be like this. Oh, hang on a minute. That's nice. A little bit of warmth around your neck. Right. I wish my hair would stay like that. I like that. Makes me feel like Gillian Anderson, which one of my friends said that's how I'd wear it, which would look ridiculous from behind. But, oh, I've made my brain ache. But it's lovely, isn't it? Oh, gorge. Right. I don't normally brag and show off about presents, but, you know, it's knitted stuff and you guys just love knitted things. So I had to show it. Don't mind, do you? I hope I don't come across as spoiled. I don't ever want to come across as spoiled. Even though I am, I just don't want to come across as spoiled, okay? Right, let's hurry up because I've been going for 18 minutes now. I wonder if I'm going to have to cut much of this out. I have got a snotty nose. Let me just deal with my nose. There we go. I had a really, really unattractive, unladylike sniffing session. Next up, out of my bag, I just nearly threw it everywhere because the long handle got hooked on my knee. I've got myself in a muddle. So that goes through there. And then that goes through there. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, I've done it. Okay. So Hermione's everyday sock, which you really can't see the pattern here because of the light. Now I can't see. What can you see? Is the yarn not beautiful? Look at, I'll show you it there. This is called Kaya's Seashells. No, it's not. It's called the Marsh Girl. I knitted a Clandon sweater in Kaya's Seashells. It's called the Marsh Girl. And it's by Dandelion and Dogwood. Amy and Jen. Amy is, and other knits, she creates incredible knitting patterns, which you're probably all sick of me waffling on about, because I have knitted several of her patterns and they're just so well written. I love them. And her sister Jen is the dyer now for Dandelion and Dogwood. And this is Marsh Girl, which is inspired by Where the Crawdads Sing. Beautiful film, beautiful book. Although I was very cross about the ending. Let me know below if you think that there could have been a better ending, because I've written 2 better endings in my head that sit more comfortably with me. I was uncomfortable with the ending. So, yeah, let me know. But without giving any spoilers away to people who haven't had the pleasure of reading it or watching it for the first time. It came with a mini, which I forgot to put in. There's a theme. I forget things. But how delicious would that have looked? Stunning. What is my kitten doing? Oh, yeah, stunning. But I'll use that for something else. I don't know what. I'm not really a mini sort of person anymore. So that will be a really lovely thing to knit when we're sitting in the evening. We're sitting and knitting in the evening on Saturday. We're going to have bits and pieces to eat for our supper, just like a tapas carpet picnic thing. I would call it Picky Bits, but Paula from Stitched by Mrs. D cringes. Well, her husband James cringes if you say Picky Bits. And also it is on the banned word list on Bill Nye's podcast, which is called Ill Advised. If you've not been listening to that, I recommend you do. It's very entertaining, very good. I love it. I love Bill Nye. I've met him. I've shared airspace with him. I found him utterly charismatic and charming, and I wanted to sniff his neck. Yeah, he smelled good. The next thing that I am knitting is the Pelica. That's not that, that's the Wiggets sock pattern. Have I got a picture of the Wiggets? Here we go. Let's just wheel back to the Wigget sock pattern. See the detail I didn't put in? I hope I don't live to regret that. Or I hope I live. I do hope I live to regret that. I hope I live. I just want to live. I just want to live. So, oh, where's the pattern? Here it is. I think I can hear Margot barking outside. I think she's trapped herself outside. Give me a second, I'll be back. I'm hearing things. She's fine. She's not trapped outside at all. I'm talking a load of rubbish. I'm knitting the Pelica. Gosh, it's cold now. It started to rain. Which is by Rosa Poma. I'm knitting the small short one like that. Mostly because I have 3 skeins of this boucle yarn from Green Lambkin, and that's enough for doing that. But I don't, I wanted to do that size anyway, but because I could have got more of this. I've got myself in a bottle. Right, so here's the yarn. It is Green Lambkin. I'm looking for a tag. and it's called Snow Crystal, and it is DK Boucle. I'm not 100% sure I'm saying that correctly. I don't care. I like the way it sounds in my mouth. So it's actually a lovely yarn to knit with. It feels very nice. It's got a lovely spring to it. Oh, what was happening there? Oh. So the only thing that is a bit of a devil with it is sometimes you can think you're knitting the stitch, but you're actually knitting a loop of the stitch, and when you pull it off, you pull the stitch off, and then over time the loop, that is what I mean, is like one of these loops. You could just knit one of these little loops here, and then over time when you're stretching out your fabric, that breaks and your stitch drops, which is what's happened there. I've got a little hole, but it's okay because this hides mistakes, literally hides mistakes, which is fantastic. What is not fantastic is if you know you've made a mistake, you can't find it, so you can't correct it. But if you have made a mistake and it doesn't really matter, you can't see it, so that's great. It also means you cannot read your knitting. Hello, Bill.
Hello.
He doesn't have college on Thursdays, but he's going into town to meet his mentor. He wanted a lift to the bus stop because it's raining. It smells lovely. I'll tell you why. Because I've forgotten what I was talking about. I got some of this as recommended by Angie from Rare Birds. Santa Maria Novella, Melograno. The smell, absolutely delicious. So Angie is Rare Birds vlog, fantastic. I can't think of a single person who wouldn't enjoy her vlog. Yeah, go and watch her. She's lush. She is lovely, and she is as lovely in person as she is on screen, as is Debs from the Muddled Magpie. We all live just not far from one another. We're all Somerset girls and we vlog, and it's a really weird world, the vlogging world. So we kind of got thrown together through circumstances of vlogging, and thank goodness for that, because otherwise we wouldn't have met one another, and that would have been a real shame, because they have brought so much. They've just brought so much to my soul. Yeah, if you check them out, tell them that I say hello. It's always nice to send new people over to other people that the algorithm might not have gifted them. Gifted is another banned word. Yeah, here we go. So the yarn is beautiful. It's I enjoy the knitting of it, with it. It's soft, it's spongy, it doesn't itch or tickle. I don't even know what it's composed of. It's superwash merino. It must just be the way that it's woven or spun or whatever you call it, plied or some such. I have no clue how they would make it. So hello Margot, stop digging. She's digging. Look at that messy pile there. I'll get around to it one day. It's been there months. No one's complained. So you can see where I am at. I don't think I can get this on because it's just not going to go on, is it? I'm about to join under the arms and then be able to knit backwards. Oh look, I've got a rainbow on my head again because it stopped raining. There must be a rainbow outside because I can still see it is raining over the mendips and the sun's shining. Yeah, so I have knitted it goes like this. You get the seam off the back of your shoulder going down at an angle. So I'm just knitting on this one the bit of the armpit that stretches around, and then I think it connects. I'm not sure if you've got to join some more stitches there or not. It goes to there, and then it'll come down like that, and then knit downwards, just knitting the sides and the back all in one, adding a buttonhole in here and there, and it's great. There's been only one part of the pattern that I did not understand. If anybody understands this or knows of a video that describes this, please let me know, because the good thing about this yarn is that I can't see where I've done it wrong. The bad thing about this yarn is because I couldn't see what I was supposed to be doing. Normally when I'm following a pattern, it's not clear when I'm reading it, but when I'm executing it, it makes sense. But because I couldn't see the stitches properly, I couldn't get it to make sense. So I would be a little nervous about doing this with a yarn that isn't fluffy. So it says, I'll just pause a second. And I don't think I'm giving anything away from the pattern here, because you don't know whereabouts this is. Right, so you've applied an I-cord going along, and then you need to sort of turn the corner to do another bit of I-cord, and it says carefully drop the last 3 stitches on the left hand needle, the I-cord stitches from the shoulder line, and pick them up again in reverse order, making sure the I-cord rotates clockwise. So you're dropping stitches, picking them back up. So instead of picking them back up, you're dropping them 1, 2, 3, and you're picking them up 3, 2, 1, and you've got to rotate them clockwise. I also don't know why we had to do that. If they'd explained why, when I then continued to knit, I could see what I was trying to achieve and whether I had been successful or not. So anyway, if anybody's done this and you know of a video, do share that with me if you feel like it. That would be marvellous. Now, I'm hoping that I haven't said I'll tell you about that later and then forgotten to tell you about it later, because I believe that I have come to the end of the show. It's the end of the show. What's that from? Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway. Yeah, I'm done, guys. Why did I say any of that? Right, I hope to see some of you at Flock. I hope that you're all having a really lovely time knitting, crocheting, sewing, stitching, all of those things. I hope that you're out there enjoying your garden if you like gardening. I have grown to enjoy gardening. Can you believe I'm saying that? And it's all because of my cats, my friend Sarah, one Daisy, who I'm going to Flock with, an Instagrammer called Look Inside My Garden, and there was another reason, and I've forgotten what it is. It's not the most important reason, I'm sure, because they're all important, but yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember. I wonder how many times I've said that. That would be a good drinking game. Yeah, I'm off now. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for your patience. I'm so sorry I've been really tardy at replying to comments. I've read them and done that thing where instead of clicking heart to let you know that I've read them, I've thought to myself, when I get a minute, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to reply properly, because all of these comments deserve a considered reply, and I've not done it. Not that you don't deserve a considered reply. You do. You really do. I just haven't done it. I've been doing other things. I've been an airy fairy. So I'm going to make a thumbnail now, and I will see you all. I really hope to see you again. If this is your first time here and you've enjoyed it and you don't want to lose me, then press subscribe. You see, I say that because I watched something the other day and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then weeks and weeks and weeks later, it popped into my head and I couldn't remember what it was called. And it was so far back in my history, my watching history, that I couldn't find it. And I don't even remember what the name of the person was called. So I can't even say, oh, her name was such and such. And if I describe it, it will sound very similar to very many other videos, YouTubers out there. So I'm just hoping that the algorithm brings her back to me. So if you don't want to lose me, click subscribe or make a note of it somewhere. But if you think I'm crap, then just don't come back. I'm talking a load of rubbish. Goodbye.